if you ask me why didn't you get mad, my question would be, why would you get mad? So I'm gonna tell you the story behind the wreck and why I didn't get mad. Hey, I'm Matt from Matt Lane Fitness. No, this is not clickbait. Yes, my vehicle was hit. Yes, I am okay. And I'm actually kind of okay with it, as weird as that sounds. If you're new to this channel, I appreciate you sliding by. I'm all about mental fitness on this channel. So if you want to keep getting recommended videos like this one, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way YouTube knows to send it to you. So I'm gonna tell you the story behind the wreck and why I didn't get mad. So as you can see, the vehicle is damaged. I actually wasn't even near the vehicle when it happened. So at the time of recording this, about 2 weeks ago, I was walking into Best Buy to pick up some things to help with the live streaming. That's a whole nother story. So I'm walking back out of Best Buy. I feel all happy. I'm encouraged. I have all the things that I need to make these live streams better for you guys. I see my car off in the distance. I don't realize it's my car because I see the bumper hanging down. It's a red vehicle and I'm like, it's like a Lamborghini? What is that? Like, I honestly could not tell. And I was like, oh crap, no, that's my Honda Accord. Okay. I'm walking up in just sort of like disbelief to the car. And I was like, oh man, it was a hit and run. And I was like, well, okay, that sucks. So I didn't even realize this guy standing like 5 feet away from my vehicle, because I was so in shock and like honed in on my car being damaged. He was like, hey man, is this your vehicle? And immediately like I have relief. I'm like, oh, maybe he got the license plate. Like maybe he saw who did it. Maybe he can give me a description. And he starts apologizing profusely. And I was like, oh no, it's all good. Oh, like you did it. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm so glad you stuck around and didn't hit and run. Like I started laughing immediately and I was like, thank you for staying. It's all good. And he was so apologetic, rightfully so. Like, you know how you would feel in that situation. He said that he hit my car. And meanwhile, his wife was actually in Best Buy trying to find me. They couldn't get me over the loudspeaker. Regardless, she comes back and she's like, oh, we found him, great. I'm so sorry. And I was like, is everybody okay? Like, are you good? They had 2 kids in the back of their truck and they're like, we're fine. And I was like, all right, we're good. Moving forward, whatever, we are good. And that wasn't a conscious decision to react the way I reacted. So what actually happened? The guy was parked right next to my vehicle on the left side, so on the driver's side. He was pulling out in front of my vehicle to the right when a truck on the left side was coming towards him. The person in that truck was not paying attention, so homeboy that was in the truck that hit me had to swerve to the right while honking the horn, and then that person that was in that truck jerked the wheel to the left and got out of the way. Somebody was getting hit, just happened to be me. Actually, it's probably a good thing because I wasn't in the vehicle and nobody got hurt. Homeboy in the other vehicle could have been hurt. Looking at the damage, the bumper was barely hanging on. I was able to give it just a gentle tug, throw it in the trunk and get on home. Long story short, police showed up. They were like, you guys have to file this report on your own. It's private property, so we can't really have anything to do with it. I was actually relieved. I told the person that hit me, I was like, dude, it's all good. So we get to file this at home. We don't even have to stick around for hours like a police report would require. So I was actually kind of happy. We were laughing and chuckling, and they were very grateful that I wasn't a jerk. The wife actually mentioned, she's like, thank you so much. Really had no idea how you were gonna respond. You know, we have our kids in the back. We were a little fearful, and I understand that because like the climate of today, and especially 2020, can be hot. And believe it or not, like it's actually been kind of pleasant. Jenna and I, my wife, we've been having to travel together with one vehicle, and it's like required together time. But the reason that I didn't get mad at this situation was I have built-in perspective that I've worked on for quite some time. I believe that this is one of the facets of mental fitness, your ability to control your emotions or emotional intelligence. And I did in that moment. You know, it's very easy to fire off and be like, crap, look at all the issues that I have moving forward. But why did I not get mad? It's because I was able to maintain perspective. Right from walking up to the vehicle, I was like, oh man, like it was a hit and run. Okay, well, like let's move on. And then when I saw the guy standing there, I was like, oh, maybe he got a license plate. It was the perspective of like, maybe there's something good here. Lo and behold, he's like, I'm the one who did it. And I was like, oh, It's no big deal. Like, as long as nobody's hurt, we can move forward. We can move past this. This is fixable. And it is that built-in perspective of having optimism in that situation and reaching for the good things. Because if you ask me, why didn't you get mad? My question would be, why would you get mad? Because what does that fix in that situation? The guy was obviously apologetic. He obviously felt horrible about it. You know, put yourself and have the empathy, put yourself in that person's situation. You feel the same way. You would feel awful. So the last thing you would want is somebody responding back, yelling or being negative or being anything but like accepting of the situation, because it doesn't change anything to get angry. You know, I processed all this afterwards because I was in a bit of a state of shock that it had actually happened. I actually drove the vehicle home. It made it. It's not functioning now. But, you know, like, my biggest issue now is that I'm working with the person's insurance company that's gonna cover the costs of the damages. This insurance company is gonna give me a rental vehicle. All this is a minor inconvenience. And when you can put that again into perspective and realize that it's not that big of a problem. Like, you're gonna have to alter your way of life. I'm gonna have to ride in a different vehicle, but no one was hurt. Everything is fine. There was no malicious intent, so there really isn't a problem. And that's why I didn't get mad. If this is my biggest issue, I've got it made in the shade. I'll be fine. It's how you approach it always. Whatever situation it is, it's how you approach it. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you sliding by. Again, if you enjoyed this video, hit the sub button and the notification bell. That way, every time I put a video out, you're gonna know about it. If you didn't like this video, leave me a comment, tell me about it. Tell me about how much I suck. I need to know. I appreciate the criticism. You don't have to be perfect at this not getting mad thing. Just try to be better than yesterday. Every day.